Okay. Israel took a few minutes ago, maybe now 20, 30 minutes ago, 12 rockets from Lebanon. They didn't do any damage. Most didn't go anywhere. One or two fell in open fields. And then they came up with a second volley. A few minutes later with 3 rockets, again, no damage. Now, this is what I heard. It was either Biden or his administrators. I think it might have been Biden. Now, what he told the Hezbollah was that the fleet with the aircraft carrier is around Greece, and he said the range of the missiles is, I think he said, either 1,600 or 1,800 kilometers, 960 miles. And he says that the ships are going to be within range of attacking Hezbollah in a few hours. Okay. In a few hours. That's quite a heavy threat. Now, the Biden words were, I told you if you open up a second front on Israel. Now, it looks like they did, although it's being rumored, the Russians are saying, that it's not Hezbollah, it's another splinter group that's not Hezbollah proper, but nobody launches rockets into Israel unless Hezbollah gives it a green light, or they'll kill them, because that could cause a retaliation from Israel when Hezbollah is ill-prepared for it. So it's Hezbollah's responsibility. We hold them responsible. Just like any splinter group in Gaza launches rockets, we hold Hamas responsible. So this is quite a threat. It also means by sometime in the wee hours of Thursday, probably around 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning, I gotta get a drink, the flotilla will be by Israel. Maybe late Wednesday night, like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It depends on the currents and actually how fast they're pushing. They might be here Wednesday evening. The Navy has a habit of always being on time, the American Navy. So we might have a second front today with Lebanon. Hamas is pushing rockets into Israel wholesale right now. Nothing like big volleys of hundreds, but they're trying desperately to do something. I don't know what they're trying to do. They killed a woman that was at that rock music festival that was a tattoo artist, and her body was full of tattoos. And they killed her, and they took her body back and paraded it around as if she was a dead Israeli. And her parents saw the picture of their daughter. And the German government, I would say, is pretty close to starting to give us a lot of military aid and assistance. The German government didn't think that was very funny. Okay? They don't have a sense of humor for that. And, Hezbollah has managed to turn many countries against them. The UK is giving us aid and assistance, And there'll be, I'd say, in the next day or two, another 2 or 3 countries kicking in, maybe 5 or 6. The negotiations with the hostages isn't going anywhere. And we've cut off their fuel, their water, and their electricity. Now, what's being rumored around Israel is that what's coming, we don't know. But whatever it is that's coming is going to hit Hamas like something they never dreamed of. And it's supposedly that big and that bad. Now, nobody's telling us exactly what it was, what it is going to be, but it's rumored to be a real knock 'em out, I don't know what they're going to do, but I tell you something, Israel has weapons that we've never used against these terrorist neighbors. Never used them. When do you hear about Israel shooting surface-to-surface rockets at their nearby enemies? Never. You think we don't have them? Oh, we have them. It looks like we're not going to be able to stop the rockets until we invade Gaza, which will likely be tonight. And now we got night optics, night vision, they don't. And that's probably the cue that Hezbollah is waiting for, because they want to see us committed to Gaza. So there's less we could put up by Lebanon. And it looks like we're prepared to push into Lebanon. We've called up 300,000 reservists. And our militaries, we've never called that many up before in the history of Israel, going back to 1948. So this is being taken very, very, very seriously. And from what the rumors are flying around with no specificity, only saying, like something's going to come hit them that like they never heard of before. And there's a scripture that says, I will deal with the goyim like they never heard of. That's in the scriptures, that's in the Bible. That's for these times, by the way, yeah. So whatever's coming is going to be horrific for them. You got to understand, we cut off their water, we cut off their electric, and their fuel. The generators in the hospitals are going to run out of fuel. Hamas will run out of fuel. What are they going to do for water? Drink the ocean? It's salt water, sorry. You think they got desalination plants? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're lucky they got running tap water. So things are... Now our defense minister Gallant, made a point. He said, I'm not kidding with them. We're going to destroy them, dismantle them completely. And it appears to me that an invasion is mandatory. I was thinking maybe not, but no, it's mandatory because they have to shut these rockets. We're taking, I guess, probably 100, 120 a day, 150, maybe more. The aircraft aren't really stopping it. If we carpet bomb the place, like we dropped 600 or 800 bombs and just devastated everything, you probably would, but we don't operate that way. We're not going to kill all the civilians. Many of the civilians in Gaza are victims. The victims of Hamas, just like we are. More and more countries are turning on them. They're not releasing the foreign hostages, and France is peeved. I don't think Macron has the guts to do anything. He still didn't do anything in Niger. So I wouldn't expect anything out of him. But I would expect something out of Great Britain, Germany, and some other countries. So the fleet will be here Wednesday night or Thursday. And they'll be within range of firing. The range is 960 miles for the missiles into Lebanon. So probably sometime in the night or the evening, they'll be within range of firing missiles. And Israel would be more than happy to forward GPS coordinates to them. I mean, Israel would be very pleased to do that and see how they like that. And because America will try to stop the second front before it gets too bad. But it all comes, and soon too. So, yeah, as you know, I'm Jewish, I'm a Levite, I'm a Cohen, which is a priest descendant there. And when I grew up, there wasn't much to do with Israel. Israel wasn't much of a country. And, there was a saying the Jewish people told each other. And that really goes back to pre-1948 when there was no Israel. They would have, meals together on different holidays, the family and friends. And then they would tell each other, Next year in Jerusalem, meaning we'll get Jerusalem back one day next night, when there was no Jewish control of Jerusalem. So what I say to you now, those who love Yeshua HaMashiach, is this year in Jerusalem, come out.